Was there one offensive coordinator or offense like you circled on the schedule and you're like, we're going to get them, like we got them, we own them basically?
We did some unique things as far as breaking down protection, and we were ahead of the curve defensively with that, and that's one reason we were able to affect quarterbacks like we did. And I mean, most offenses are very predictable when as far as protection goes. And I remember Shane Beamer when he came to South Carolina, and we were talking one day, and he'd been at Mississippi State. We beat him, I think 12-0 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, oh, y'all were easy protection wise. I said, we had y'all's protection down. And he said, no way.
Yeah.
I went through everything, and he was coaching running back saying, and I said, your running back was working here. It was boundary to the field every time. I said, we just came from the opposite side and just nailed him. And then there was a guy at NC State. I think he might be a head coach now. There was a coordinator. And when I was at Florida State, we brought our pressure and all of our twists from the boundary. And about 14 times in the first half, they still hadn't changed. And we went in at the half, and Charles Kelly, our coordinator, and myself, we were talking. He said, man, they got to change. And I said, let's go at it one more time. Sure enough, they didn't change, and we just kept hitting them in the thing back of the head the whole dang day. And that just, but we did some unique things as far as breaking down protection.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we were able to have a lot of success. Ellis Johnson always gave me a lot of latitude, a lot of leeway as far as, where to bring pressure from. And so it was good. The only time Ellis, he put me behind the dang 8-ball a little bit. We're playing Clemson. They had was it Parker? The guy was a baseball player.
Kyle
Parker.
Yeah, Kyle Parker.
And he told me, he said, he's Brad, said, because he asked me a lot of times, like, can you get there at 3? And I said, yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we'll see what we can do. He came up to me at Clemson week. He said, can you get there at 2?
Yeah.
And I said, whoa.
Yeah.
So what we did, I took Travian Robertson and Lottie and just dropped them straight back in coverage. And I took Cliff Matthews and Eric Norwood and put them inside. And we knew where the center was turning, and we just picked them.
See, that sounds crazy to think 2 men could beat 5 men. That does. Like, when you think about it.
Their tackles, and I mean, guards, they're fanning out, blocking air. And we're sitting there taking that center because we knew where he was turning. We're picking him and wrapping the other guy around.
Just beating him up all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we, when Clowney, I guess it was his last year that I was there with him, when we played at Clemson, he had like 4.5 sacks or whatever.
Right.
I knew they were going to turn to him. So we started doing a lot of things, twisting him around the center. And on the very first pass play, I said, we got him. And we wore him out pretty good that night.
Yeah.